Hey folks, in this video I thought I would show you some of the things we do every morning. We have a variety of activities, some indoor, some outdoor, several different things that I do in the morning for fluids. So I thought I would give you a look into how our morning routine goes, or at least part of it. And most of it is from today, some of it is from some previous days. So Dawn is making our delicious carrot beet ginger elixir here that we have pre-training. Gives us a nice little boost of energy. I actually already had some fluids prior to this, which I'll show you after this. But Dawn is using a couple 100 grams of carrot, so it ends up being 100 grams of carrot each, 2 big carrots, a beet, a couple slices of ginger, about a half to 3/4 cup of apple cider per person, and a tablespoon of lecithin total, all blended up. It's, I think, a lot better than having a juice. You get all the fiber, and it's all quite good for you. A great little pre-workout elixir. Prior to that, I also had some power greens and Nature Sunshine liquid chlorophyll, along with hot water and lemon, which I'm about to show all of that I put in here. I add basically a tablespoon of the chlorophyll to some water, and I stir it in either half to 1 scoop that's included of these greens. And there is quite a lot of nutrition in these. I just tried on a whim. I haven't been consistently buying or using green powders, although I have off and on in the past. So my first actually, after that drink, I had a hot beverage with some lemon, turmeric, dried ginger, cinnamon, a pinch of pepper, a pinch of cayenne, a little bit of honey, and then I use a teaspoon of that goji berry. So getting a lot of great nutrition right off the bat between all of these beverages. So some mornings we just go right into meditating. Other times we do that and then yoga, or yoga and then meditate. And we have a great little room for doing both. And we set up our red light, Mito red light therapy. We don't have the infrared on while we're doing this, but I thought I would just show a little bit of my yoga routine. It's only a part of it. I like getting the twists or revolved poses in, some upper lower back bends, and stretching of the psoas and whatnot. So here's just a little bit of the routine, which usually lasts closer to half an hour. And then we try to get some outdoor time. So we're either jumping rope, walking backwards, possibly doing some sprints, and often we get up before, lately anyway, it's even light out. And here we are sprinting. I actually pulled a hip flexor muscle recently, so I haven't been sprinting as much, but the jump rope works fine. And so now we are here this morning. This was our routine. I'm just showing a few of our exercises, some of which are warm-ups. I actually did 4 handstands, alternating with those squats, holding for a minute first. Then, let's see, I don't know how many, 10, 15 or so of these split squats weighted with 10 pounds on that harness thing. And let's see, there were several other exercises that we did that I don't have included here, but this is just to give you an idea. Because we did 4 handstands first, and then I was trying to do those pike push-ups. I kind of strained my bicep muscle a little bit. But anyway, here is a horse stance. I managed to pull off a full minute or a little more, and I haven't been doing that in a while. And back to those push-ups. So you see I goofed and split that up. But anyway, I was just splaying my elbows out. It wasn't working right, and it was hurting my bicep insertion area or something in my upper bicep muscle area. So that kind of, I think, then affected my performance on the chin-ups, which followed. I managed to get 4 good chin-ups after this, but I have been doing as many as 6. That said, sometimes quantity isn't as important as quality, so getting the chin-ups in good form is really more important. As soon as you start to see my legs come up more and more, it means I'm kind of struggling, but still holding pretty well. So since I only got 4 in, I did a pause, and then 1 more, and then a pause, and then 1 more. Now I have done the pause and several chin-ups, as many as 10, 15 at a time before. Today it was only 6 or 7 total. And then you can see in this upper right clip, this was the previous week, I believe, where I did do 6. And you can see, though, my legs are coming all the way up into an L-sit. So, and the routine was a little different. I didn't do as much prior. Anyway, so this is just a little glimpse of our training routine, which the whole thing actually took close to 2 hours by the time we did our outdoor walking time in the training. Alright, that was set to 10 the first time, 13 that time. And then rows. And we do neck exercises and some other exercises after. And now we're into breakfast. Okay, so we only eat 2 meals a day, maybe a third snack. So I really prefer to have a good amount of vegetables at each meal. I really love having vegetables for breakfast. So this is steamed broccoli with cauliflower. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of that really nice brown high lignin flax oil. I think the high lignin flax oil is so much better tasting. It's quite good for you, in my opinion. This is a kind of slightly spicy, salt-free lemon pepper blend that I'm adding. It's from Aldi, but any kind of good garlic, herb, pepper. I also use kelp flakes sometimes on top for seasoning. The lemon brings out the sweeter flavor of broccoli. For some reason, balances the bitter flavor, especially for those who are bitter tasters. They have a taste receptor where they pick up bitter more than others, according to Dr. Neil Barnard anyway, and lemon helps balance that somehow, magically. Anyway, to that, I like adding the Terrasol nutritional yeast. It's a good quality one. There are lots of good B vitamins, but they're not synthetic. They're natural. And so that's a really simple blend. Lemon, nutritional yeast, pepper, or whatever spice. And I already had some other vegetables left over that we will have alongside this. Okay, so this was my breakfast on the day of training. All that broccoli and cauliflower. The grain was buckwheat cooked with steel-cut oats, and goji berries were added. We cook it in water with some soy milk. And to that, I add 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds and some chopped walnuts. And then alongside the broccoli cauliflower was kale, beet medley with a little bit of red onion and radicchio in a tahini dressing left over. And then I did add 1 piece of this 100% baker's chocolate just for fun. A longevity guy puts it in his vegetables, which I thought was pretty wild. I ended up putting it in my grain cereal, and it melted in the grain, and that was awesome. Didn't work on the vegetables for me. But anyway, here is what I had the rest of the day. These are homemade plant-based sausages, recipes from the Ruby Online Cooking School. Here's how they looked yesterday in the meal. That's a mash, or it's a potato, acorn, squash, and greens that we had with it. And here was what I had the rest of this day. So a bunch more squash. That's white rice cooked with some millet. And then those sausages I sliced and braised with some Brussels sprouts, parsnips, and a whole bunch of other vegetables. This whole day of food, was a little bit more calories than normal for me, and you can stop and pause and read this if you want, but basically I had 100% or more of all of my nutrients, all of my amino acids. Only a couple were just shy of 100%. And so it was a very stellar day with lots of phytonutrients. And now the rest of this is to show you just how we do our meals on a pretty regular basis. We get lots of beta carotene. Make sure to eat a variety of vegetables, root vegetables, the ground vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbages, onion. A lot of beta carotene rich, and then some purple vegetables as well, purple or red onion, red cabbage, that kind of thing. So we're getting a nice wide spectrum of the phytonutrients and antioxidants. And then we eat a whole grain or 100% whole grain pasta every day pretty much, and or occasionally we'll have potatoes instead. The other thing I like to make sure that we get on a regular basis is some miso and seaweed. And seaweed is a good source of iodine and a lot of other nutrients. And another thing I like to do is to cook lentils or legume with the rice, and then that ups the protein and gives you the amino acid lysine that's a little short in the whole grain. So here's just a couple of leftover treats from Thanksgiving. Those were delicious orange cranberry muffins and a pumpkin custard. And anyway, here's my mom and her friend and my husband and I, and of course, got to show the cats. So I hope this video was helpful to just talk through and explain what we're having and why. If you like it, let me know in the comments below. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.